Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we are going to check the new kit from ICM. As you can see, this is a Junkers 88A-4 German bomber. Actually it's a different version of the previous kit which was released by the same company, and of course it's modded in 1/48 scale, as you can see here. Kit comes in quite huge box. Here you can see comparison with my hand, so it's big box. We have this nice box art on the front. Then on the side there is some short information about the kit. It's written that the assembled model will have wingspan equal to 418 millimeters, length equal to the 300 millimeters, and model should be assembled out of 236 parts. So it's a quite serious kit, I would say. And I have no doubt that aftermarket, let's say, companies will release something more for this kit. The box structure is typical for the ICM. As you can see, it's a color printed top part, and under it we have sturdy white cardboard box, which should be quite durable and protect all the parts during some rough shipment, let's say. This is as you can see, top flap box. Inside we find all sprues packed into the same plastic bag, which is a quite pity, and I would recommend to check all plastic parts before the purchase, because I mean, who knows what can happen. And as you can see, it's a quite tight package. I mean, better check it. So let's start with plastic sprues. Just give me a second to open them. This is a sealable plastic bag, which is quite nice, of the ICM, so that you can store, for example, the sprues that you won't use, and close them in the plastic bag. Okay, so first we have here the plastic sprue with parts for the engine gondolas. Actually, as far as you can see, each gondola is divided into two halves. We have one-piece propellers here. Also we have some parts for the tail, wings, propeller hubs, and some other minor elements. Of course, parts feature recessed panel lines. Inside, as you can see, there is nothing. There are position pins for the internal elements and for the halves, so at least you won't have to, let's say, waste your time with alignment. Nevertheless, pay attention, because we have here one version of the propeller, and then we have another one here, 1 and 2. And again we also have different engine gondolas. Also here we can find some cockpit elements, wheels, which should be assembled out of two halves. And the rear wheel, the tail wheel, is molded together with a landing gear leg. As for the main wheels, I mean, the molding quality is quite nice. I mean, I can zoom camera for you so that you can check it. So as you can see, it features a nice tire pattern in the rim detailing, but nevertheless I would rather search for the resin part, because it won't have the seam in the middle, even though, as you can see, there are special recessed edges which should help you with alignment. Next we have plastic sprue, which is dedicated to the fuselage hubs. These are quite huge parts. Here you can see them, and here you can see with my hand, so they're big. And as you can see, there are special holes for the installation of the wings and the tail wings. We have the special separate part together with the wings and with the bottom of the fuselage, let's say the belly of the aircraft. I think it was designed in order to ensure the support of the large wings, because they will be quite enormous. And here you can see some of the tail wings, which should be assembled out of two halves. Inside, as far as I can suppose, here you can see the minor detailing of the cockpit, nothing serious. Nevertheless, don't worry, because it will be upgraded with separate parts, and then it will look better. Next we have transparent sprue. At least transparent sprue is packed into the separate plastic bag, so no worries that it will be scratched or damaged. I mean, maybe some parts might be broken off, nevertheless it's not serious. Here you can see it. So molding quality is excellent. As you can see, all parts are like a real glass. The only thing which you will need here, of course, are masks, which are traditionally for ICM are not included into this kit. Next we have two plastic parts which are dedicated to the external armament, bombs and the engines, because the kit will include detailed engine for both gondolas, and I suppose you might be even able to open it and expose both engines on your model. And again, small hint, I can think of aftermarket manufacturers trying to detail this area of the aircraft. Next we have some machine guns for the turrets. As you can see, these are molded as one-piece parts, which are quite nicely detailed. Here are more and more. Just look nice, and of course after some careful painting they will look even better. Next we have one of the last small plastic sprues, which carries different parts. For example, here we can find main landing gear legs, which are molded as one piece. At the same time, if we flip over the sprue, we can find the interior seats, which are molded as one-piece parts. I hope you remember that landing gear system on this aircraft is quite complex, so here you can find some other elements which should be used for the assembly of the landing gear. And of course, last but not the least, is a quite big sprue with wing parts. As you can see, the parts division is quite typical, so we have two halves, top and bottom ones. And as you saw before, the one half, you can notice, is shorter than the top half. That's because there was a separate belly part. Of course, there are recessed panel lines, there are separately molded ailerons, as you can see. And on the other side there is nothing, because, I mean, there is nothing to show. And on the bottom of the box we find this nice assembly manual. Of course it includes a short history note, some technical specifications, paint chart. Then we have a large decal sheet, which is quite nice. I mean, here you can see it. Actually, my sample features two decal sheets, I don't know why. Nevertheless, here you can see the printing quality. So printing quality is quite nice. We have all necessary symbols. We have even decals for the dashboard and the dials on it. We also have all necessary stencils. And as you can see, despite the size, everything is printed in very nice quality. By the way, here you can see that on one sprue, almost, let's say, the biggest share of the parts won't be used, because they're designed for a different version. Assembly process is explained with help of those nice schemes, so nothing complicated. And on the last page you can find marking options. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 marking options for this aircraft, which is quite nice. I mean, you'll have a choice, I mean, something to choose out of. So that's all for the video review. Of course, you can check full review article on our website as usual, and I would be happy if you press the like button below and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Of course, I would also encourage you to like our Facebook group, because there you can find all fresh videos, articles, news, photos faster than in other sources. So thank you for watching once again, and see you in the next video review as usual.